I, Esdras, saw on the Mount Zion a great people I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel, and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned, and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way, and tell my people what manner of things, and how great wonders of the Lord thy God thou hast seen.
Eternal life. That's what's promised to the elect. All right, all Israel, but it starts with the elect. And that's how the earth will be governed by immortals, perfect angelic forces who are going to come down and rule on earth. Extraterrestrial bodies will be able to do things that humans do, but in heavenly bodies, like eating, drinking. Did not Yahushua say he's going to drink wine with us in the kingdom? Well, how do you drink wine with a spiritual body? Well, we're going to have out of this world capabilities in those new bodies.
I have said, Ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
So we're going to have that ultimate power. That's right. We're going to have that power. We're going to have that scepter. And with that scepter, we're going to do a lot of bashing. Right? We're going to do a lot of skull breaking. We're going to do a lot of skull breaking. All right? That's right. We're going to do a lot of skull breaking. We're going to enjoy ourselves putting foot in your ass. See, that's what that entails. It ain't just sitting on the 12 thrones. Okay? It's not just sitting on the throne. That's the ultimate. But there's a lot of perks that come with it. Perks. Beyond perks. Beyond perks. Right?
According to the Holy Scriptures, Yahushua, the Son of the Most High, is set to bring immortality to the nation of Israel, the elect, via establishing a tabernacle of David, as we talk about the second coming of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He is coming to take down this current world ruled by Esau, Edom, and establish a righteous kingdom, which is synonymous with the throne of David. That's scriptural, which is a government that's going to run this world in righteousness.
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
So we're going to have that ultimate power. That's right. We're going to have that power. We're going to have that scepter. And with that scepter, we're going to do a lot of bashing. Right? We're going to do a lot of skull breaking.
A transfer of rulership is coming, and the kingdom of heaven will be on earth. Righteousness will be spread throughout the whole four corners of the earth. Wickedness will be put down.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right, and I want to get into today is responding, to this video done by this proud Edomite, all right, Matt Walsh. Okay, and when he's going through a rant, Edomite supremacy, and he's, present himself as this intellectual, which we've done, videos with this guy, um, because he had a documentary. It was a good documentary. He was anti-alphabet, and he was going around asking people what is a woman. I don't know if that documentary is still up. Okay, but it's devil, and it shows you the hypocrisy of these devils. The pride of these devils, and it's good. That they're doubling down. Okay, on their wickedness. Okay, that they're claiming responsibility for their wickedness, man. But they do it in a way to justify it as if they're are in the right. And what we see these devils doing over there with the Yemenis and Hamas and those Palestinians and Hezbollah and Iran is the same thing they've done to the Native Americans, all right, the northern tribes over here in Central South, okay, North America, the Isles, okay, is what they've done, centuries ago, all right, towards us, towards our people, which they dehumanize them, okay, they desensitize the public, to have any sympathy towards, okay, the natives, okay, and they justified themselves, in doing slaughter, taking the land, and this devil, he's going to go into it. You hear, you're going to be furious, when you hear how the devil speak, but it's good. It's good that he holding that bag, because the Lord, all right, is about to judge. Okay. So we're going to get into these things. All right. So let me see if that document is still up with this guy, Matt Walsh. Uh, yeah, it's still up. Okay, and then he's going around asking, all right, these different people, these different, um, uh, college professors and, all these alphabet people, and most of the alphabet people that he's talking to are Edomites. Okay, so if he's pissed off at the alphabet community, he went on this whole rant, went on this whole tour around the world asking questions and pissing people off. Well, it's your people, all right, Amalek, okay, that pushes this freakism. Okay, you brag about American conquest, Edomite male American conquest, but you look at the lewdness that you're supposed to stand against. This is forwarded by all right Edomite males. Okay, this whole alphabet agenda that's been globalized, man. Okay, but that's another story. We might get into it because we might do a couple stories on this, man, because there's a lot of history, to go into. So we might do, a couple videos on this if the spirit allow. But I want to get this first, and then we'll get the video, and then we'll go into some things, man. The nerve of this goddamn devil, man. All right, this is Zechariah 11:5. It says, "Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not." Okay, now these devils, all right, when you go into this word guilty, all right, they really, through scientific racism, all right, through, propaganda, all right, they've, have an argument that they're not guilty for what they've done. And they was in the right, you know. They make it seem as their conquest of America was, beneficial, all right, to global modernization. If they hadn't did what they did, okay, the world will still be in the Stone Ages under savages. under the primitives. All right, under primitive people. Okay, so you get this word guilty. Okay, which in the Hebrew is a sham. Okay, it says to offend, to be guilty, to trespass, to do wrong. All right, to commit an offense, to do injury, to be held guilty, to be incriminated. Okay, to suffer punishment, to declare guilty, to be desolate, acknowledge offense. Okay, and these devils hold themselves not guilty, so they think that in their mind they haven't done any wrong, they haven't committed any trespass, they haven't committed any offense. All right, they don't need to be punished or incriminated, they need to be rewarded and applauded. Okay, for all the achievements of Edomite males in the earth. Okay, and what they brought to civilization, even there's some BS, man. Because when you go into the inventions that make day-to-day life easier, all right, 90% of them come from Jake. Okay, but these Edomites, they have the resources to mass produce and make a brand out of Jake inventions. Okay, that people credit the Edomite male. Okay, for you think of the Edomite male, you think of cars and the suburbs and bars and restaurants and kicking it and family and sports and entertainment and the structure and all these different things. But these devils, all right, they've never, okay, they never been at the forefront when it comes to innovation in the civilization, man. Okay, they never been at the forefront. They always came and hijacked what was already happening, man. Okay, even as the Greeks, because you had the Japhet was the original Greeks and the Romans. Okay, but when you think of Greeks and Romans, you think of what? Edomites. Okay, but their whole government structure of Rome came from Japhet. Okay, even when you go into England during the time of the Edomites ruling in Europe, all they did was absorb what Jake had already set up during the medieval times, the Dark Ages, man. These devils never been at the forefront of innovation, man. Okay, they just came in, stole, all right, and implanted themselves in the place of the people that was already there, man. Okay, so let's get this video, you know. You see, and they always try to blame it on, we're gonna get the video, dude. We're gonna get into that, man. You know, the devil. So let's go here to this guy. Now listen to how the devil justify the wickedness of Esau.
Hillsdale.edu/Walsh to start. It's free. It's easy to get started. That's Hillsdale.edu/Walsh to start. Hillsdale.edu/Walsh. The point is that the vast majority of this land was not occupied. Almost all of it was not occupied. Almost all of it was empty of human life. Nobody was living in it. Nobody was using it. This side of the world was mostly empty of human life. Now, does that mean that all of this land was unclaimed? No, not exactly. Most of it had been claimed by some native tribe or another. But what does that mean? Well, let's take a look at one example, okay? Let's use actual examples. The Cherokee, for instance. By the beginning of the 16th century, the Cherokee claimed an incredibly vast swath of land that would include modern-day West Virginia, Kentucky, Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, I think Georgia and Alabama too. So that's like 30 or 40,000 square miles. Okay, that was Cherokee land. There were only maybe 20 or 25,000 Cherokee people total. That's about 2 square miles of land per individual.
And the devil be lying about numbers. Okay, he don't know how many Cherokees. Well, how the hell he know? Okay, niggas be lying, man. All right, but just listen to this justification, man, of wickedness, man.
That's like if half the population of Scranton, Pennsylvania claimed that it owned 7 entire American states. Now, it's absurd. So when we say that it was Cherokee land, all we mean is that a very small primitive tribe had driven out or killed whichever group was there before and announced that it owned an absurdly huge slice of land. A white settler could have been a 2-week journey away from the nearest Cherokee, and yet he was still on Cherokee land. And it was Cherokee land only because the Cherokee said so, and for no other reason. But in truth, it was unoccupied wilderness. So what they don't emphasize in school is that white settlers were very often slaughtered by Indians for building a small cabin many, many miles from the nearest Indian village. And yet somehow we're supposed to see the white settlers as the bad guys in that scenario.
Do you hear the devil, man? Now, okay, at the end of the day, let's say, I got three people in my family, and we get a 15,000, all right, square foot mansion, on 100 acres. Okay, so there's a lot of land we're not using. It's a lot of the house we don't use that much. So that justifies someone coming from thousands of miles away, all right, to where we are, and just start setting up shop. Okay, and then have the right to destroy us and make us move. You see, here it is. He trying to say you white settlers. They was colonizing. They was demons. There were no damn settlers, man. All right, they was goddamn colonizers and they were demons. Okay. First off, he paints the picture like, okay, just these innocent Edomites. They just wanted to build a settlement, okay, and preach Christianity. No, man. These devils came to conquer, to kill, steal, and destroy, as the scriptures say. If a brother can post that, that's St. John 10:10. All right. But at the end of the day, first off, why are you here? Okay. You from a whole nother continent. Okay. The northern tribes wasn't planning to come attack Europe, so there was no threat to you. Okay. And even the infighting that they did had, that was on them. Okay. They had nothing to do with you. All right. So at the end of the day, all these reasons of trying to justify their wickedness, it shit don't stand, man. Okay. And you can fool, these Edomite supremacists, you can, make them sleep better at night, about their wickedness, man. Well, see, the Lord is going to hold you devils accountable, man. Okay. Because you did too much. All right. So let's get this here. This is the book of St. John 10:10 says the last days are upon us. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. Okay, this man came, and here it is. He's speaking about, the land was unoccupied. Well, at the end of the day, it wasn't your land. Who are you to come and determine, what's unoccupied? Okay, it don't belong to you. You can't go in someone else's house and deem, okay, what's unoccupied. You're not using this, and you don't use that anymore. You don't use that, so we're gonna take it. We're gonna set up shop. And these men called the Native American savages for defending themselves against a foreign invasion. Okay, you people weren't from the land. You people invaded the land. You started to take. You started to destroy resources, killing the buffaloes, bringing disease with you. Okay, you didn't come and just have this little white Edomite family settlement that you just wanted to pray and sing to Jesus. No, you came, okay, to destroy, all right, and steal and kill. That's what you came to do. And Yahweh Shai is speaking of you, devil. This is what you devils are about. And you done that all throughout the earth. Now to the point to where you want to steal people's spirit. You want to steal their thoughts with your technology, man. This is how you devils get down. You are the problem of the planet Earth, man. You Edomites. Okay? But under Trump, you're going to see Edomite supremacy and Edomite pride at an all-time high. And it's beautiful because it's right before judgment, man. Okay? So let's keep listening to the devil, reason, their wickedness, man.
Second, these settlers were not illegal invaders. They were not illegally taking possession of anything. The word illegal implies the existence of laws and government. And while the Indians had customs and rules within the tribes, and in some cases even a form of government, the only law that determined the boundaries of their land was the law of conquest. They owned the land that they owned because they were able to take it and defend it. That was the law that governed the entire hemisphere. Whatever you can take is yours. The concept of illegally taking something didn't really exist, because if you could take it, then it wasn't illegal, as long as you were taking it from an outside group. Now, they may have had laws or rules against stealing from somebody within your tribe, but if you're taking something from another tribe, as long as you can take it, it's yours by definition. This is how the Indian tribes operated. It's how they lived. It's how they determined who gets what and which land belongs to which tribe. The settlers entered into that fray,
And he just pulling shit out of his ass. Because that's why you had the Seminoles, okay, down there in Florida. The Seminole Indians wasn't way in California trying to conquer. Okay? You had certain tribes that had been in them lands for centuries. Okay? Yeah, they was in fight, but Esau blows these things out of proportion. It makes it seem like they were just at war with each other continually and just taking land from each other. All right? No, man, they had settlements that had been in place, okay, for centuries, man. That's why Esau had to force, all right, tribes to move, because they had been there, all right, for centuries, man, in those same particular lands. Okay? So you didn't have one tribe or particular tribes going throughout the North, Central, South America trying to conquer everything. Okay? Yeah, they had infightings amongst their neighbors and different things or whatever. Okay? But it wasn't no big land grabs. That's why you have, different tribes that were native to certain areas. Okay? Esau had to make them move, man. Okay? Was you gonna get into that, man? But this nigga got some nerve, man. You listen to this guy, it's like, well, goddamn. So yep, the brother got some definition. Let's get this. The brother Corner Waff. All right, GMS prayer always hopeful. It says historical. All right, negation. What's it? Negation. Okay, negationism. If I'm saying it right. It says sometimes called, all right, revisionist history, the distortion of history recorded such that certain events appear to have occurred or impacted history in a way, all right, it says in a way that is drastic, all right, that is in drastic disagreement with the historical record and or consensus, and usually meant to advance the socio-political view or an agenda, man. And the socio-political view and agenda is this Edomite male superiority in the earth, okay, that he's just superior. All right. And whenever he comes, okay, he upgrades and enhances civilization. When it's the exact opposite, man. Okay. You ruined paradise. You devils have ruined paradise. Okay. In America, man. If a brother can put that Revelation 11 and 18. Okay. Revelation 6 and is it 4 or 3? The devil was given power to take peace from the earth. Okay. All right. But we seen the devil, peek out in their pride, man. But it's good. It's good Matt Walsh is in that energy. There's a lot of Edomites that feel like that the world will just be, in the Stone Age without Esau Edom. Okay. And which he's gonna, keep getting into these things. And we're gonna play a little more, then we're gonna go into a little history dealing with these devils, man.
to the ongoing game of war and conquest. They didn't start it. They didn't invent it. They didn't introduce it. They entered into it. They became one party involved in that eternal struggle, just as they didn't invent or introduce slavery or rape or pillaging and so on. All of that was happening long before they arrived, and it was happening much more often and in a much more brutal form most of the time. Third, finally, to answer a question posed in one of the comments I just read, is our civilization one that we should be proud of, even in spite of its history of conquest?
Yeah, he's gonna get real proud. So let's get a few precepts. All right. Yeah, he just hit pride and go to another level. Revelation 11:18. This the brother GMS, Tazadak Bun Yahweh 144K. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. Okay, and the earth is pissed under this Edomite rulership, man. This is why there's going to be a third world war. Okay, because the Edomite, supremacy has pissed the earth off, man. Okay, and it says, in the time of the dead, these other nations, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants. All right, the prophets. Okay. I'm trying to see the other part. Yeah. I guess it cut it off. Let me see. And it says that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets. And then a note from it must cut it off, bro. I don't know if it let you. Okay, Con, it's all good, bro. I think we know this by heart. It says, I read it again. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and then them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth. We know that one by heart, all right, because you devils, okay, are those that destroy the earth, but you present yourself as this savior, all right, he's about to do it again, through this digital technology, man, present himself as a savior and forward of mankind, when he's the exact opposite, man. People are primitive under this rulership because he keeps saying that Gad and Native Americans, and, the northern tribes were primitive, which we'll do a separate lesson, going into the history and those engineering feats, of the northern tribes. Okay, before this devil came over here, man. Okay, and it says, it's the brother Yahweh, the Revelation 6:4, and it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him. All right, Esau, Edom. All right, in his power structure, that set therein to take peace from the earth, all right, and that they should kill one another, and there was given, all right, and there was given him a great sword. Okay, so this devil was built to take peace from the earth, man, but he presents himself as if he brought peace to the earth, because he's talking from a position as is the Edomite males, okay, settlers, okay, came and brought peace to the wilderness. They civilized the jungle. Okay, this is the narrative that these devils run with, man. Okay, which is a damn lie. And as the brother called it, is historical negationism. All right, negating the truth about history, man. So let's get this, man. Okay, and we're gonna let it play some more. You're gonna let it play some more, and you're gonna get into the devil history, man.
No, not in spite of that history. I'm proud of it in large part because of that history. It is one of the great triumphs of all time that our forefathers had to first conquer an ocean in order to then land on a giant mass of uncharted most of the time. Third, finally, to answer a question posed in one of the comments I just read, is our civilization one that we should be proud of, even in spite of its history of conquest? No, not in spite of that history. I'm proud of it in large part because of that history. It is one of the great triumphs of all time that our forefathers had to first conquer an ocean in order to then land on a giant mass of uncharted wilderness filled with untold dangers and wild beasts. And yes, primitive warring tribes, many of whom practiced human sacrifice and cannibalism, and who, if they captured you, would torture you for fun and rape your wife and children before killing you, maybe eating your internal organs and taking your family as their property. And yet, in the face of those unimaginable horrors, our forefathers and ancestors conquered this entire hemisphere and settled it and single-handedly dragged it out of the Stone Age and built from the wilderness the greatest civilization the world had ever known. Am I proud of that? Yes, I am. Now, the natives lived in the Americas for 20,000 years. And this is something that the left and the people who hate this country like to bring up all the time. Well, they were here for so long. Yeah, they
All right. So that's a goddamn lie. One on 20,000 years. Okay. Yeah, bro. And we gonna get into that, brother. We gonna get into his ass, bro. All right. Because he tried to make Jake to be him. That's one thing that the devil does. He tries to paint Jake as the natural criminal, but that's not Jake's natural element, man. You know, and we're gonna get there. This is Esau. What he's finna describe. This is what Esau Edom has done throughout their history. Okay, I say, yeah, Jake had skirmishes, but you didn't have, because the Incas, all right, they had a massive military. They didn't try to come and conquer the whole North America, Central America. All right, they stayed within their region. The Aztecs, okay, yeah, they were war amongst one another, but they didn't. The Aztecs wasn't all in Virginia, you know, what they call modern day Virginia, trying to conquer. They stayed in their region. Okay, the Tainos, they wasn't all throughout the earth. You know, you see, goddamn devil, man. So he's going to describe himself, but they try to put their criminal nature on Jake. You know, in which they've done that in this recent time through the enchantments. That's why you have drill culture and, you know, the madness, these YNs. Okay, because Esau has put his spirit on Jake. Okay, but this violent, you know, warring spirit. This is an Edomite spirit by nature, man. Okay, and we're gonna get that. Matter of fact, if a brother can get that in I think that's Psalms 140 verses 1 through maybe 1 through 3. Bible shot.
They were here for a long time. What did they do in that time? During that time, they never figured out the wheel. They never figured out written language. Most of them progressed hardly at all over the course of 200 centuries. They were still eating each other and living in tents, many of them. The great tribes of Mesoamerica had advanced the most. And by that, I mean, they had caught up to the ancient Egyptians by the time that the conquistadors showed up. They were building pyramids at a time when Europeans were using the printing press. Then European settlers arrived here, and in less than 3 centuries, they had established a nation. In another 70 or so years, that nation would stretch across the entire continent from one ocean to another. In another 50 years, they'd be digging a giant trench through the earth to physically connect one ocean to the other. At the same time, they would be building vehicles that can fly through the air. In another few decades, they'd be walking on the surface of the moon. Okay, these settlers took a wilderness sparsely inhabited by hostile Stone Age natives, and in a matter of a few centuries, built the greatest, most advanced, most globally dominant nation the world has ever known. Am I proud of that? Oh, yes, I am very proud of that. And I will always be proud of that. And I will never apologize for it. Period. And that's why anyone who is not proud of it and who says that we should somehow be ashamed of these monumental human achievements is today canceled. Hey, YouTube, thanks for listening to the show. If you'd like access to my full show with
Yeah. So we pretty much got we got a full confession. from the devil, man. All right. So let's get into some things. First, he said, and he had like every, but you had cannibalism going on among Jake, the tribes. Someone were tripping. Okay, but that wasn't the norm. All right. So, Jake, I mean, Esau. Now you go into the Native American diet. Let's go to it. Okay. All of them just eating. They were still committing cannibalism and this and that. You know, this is what they done. They were just eating, people eating each other, like every Native American just over here eating each other every day, like that was a normal diet. Another Native American, another, northern tribe. Absolutely not, man. That's why you had certain things. Okay, when you go here, it says the traditional diet of Native American tribes vary widely depending on their geographic location, climate, and cultural practices. However, some common dietary staples included corn, okay, beans, squash, potatoes, wild rice, berries, cranberries, blueberries, raspberry nuts, alcorns, walnuts, pecans, seeds, sunflower, pumpkin, chia, fruits, apple, pears, and plums. Okay? So when you go here, the animal foods, it says bison, deer, elk, fish, salmon, trout, and sturgeon, small game, rabbit, turkey, duck, eggs, all right, wild fowl, geese, and swans. And most of this is lawful food, except for the rabbit, the duck, the geese. But most of this is lawful food. Okay. And Gad had a agricultural system, man. Okay. And this is what these conquistadors, okay, as Gad, helped these goddamn devils survive because they was dying off. Okay. So Gad, the northern tribe, they had a damn good diet. Okay, but minus the unlawful, and then other foods: honey, maple syrup, berries, vegetables, wild greens, onions, and tomatoes. Man, Gad, well, northern tribes, I keep saying Gad, but the northern tribes had a damn good diet, man. We know we were just eating each other, going crazy. You had things going on. Northern tribes wasn't innocent. That's why the Lord allowed the devil to come and do what they do. All right, but the picture that Esau paints is a goddamn lie, man. So let's go here. Um, let's go here, man. Uh, so he's saying, oh yeah, let's get that real quick, and we're gonna get that brother posted. Okay, this is the what he's trying to present Jake to be. This is this devil's nature. Okay, it says Psalms 141 said to the chief musician, a psalm of David. All right, deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man, preserve me from the violent man. Okay, from the brother Yahweh. All right, verse 2. It says, which imagine of mischief in their heart, which is their mind, continually are they gathered together for war. Okay, this is the nature of Esau, Edom, to be continually gathered together for war. This is the nature of Esau. Okay, look through this man's history, man. Let's go here. All right, let's go here. Okay, let's go here. Let's go to Rome. All right, let's see the wars between Alexander General. Okay, and you can read this in First Maccabees, the first chapter. Okay, matter of fact, if a brother can get that First Maccabees chapter 1, the evils multiplied in the earth. All right, it says following Alexander the Great's death in 323 BCE. Okay, what happened immediately after that? Okay, here it is. These devils, have established an empire in the earth, and what did they do? His generals, all right, known as the Diadochi, engaged in a series of wars to control his vast empire. So who was going to war over land? This is in 323 BCE. Okay, this is you know, this is close to 1900 years before you devils will come to the Americas, man. Okay, so these Edomites, here it is, they've established a global empire, and what did they do? They went to war. Okay, engaged in a series of wars from 323 BC to 281 to control his vast empire, resulting in its division into several Hellenistic kingdoms. Okay, this is Esau's nature. All right, to go to war. Okay, with themselves, man, and to war over territories. Matter of fact, I gotta go to Maccabees. I gotta go to that chapter just to get this history, man. You know, goddamn devil, man. We gotta go to it. All right. So you go to let's go first Maccabees and showing you that that's Esau nature. Okay, and that devil Antiochus Epiphanes, he embodied that covetous nature. So he just wanted, everything to himself, man. All right, but this is the nature of you Edomites. Okay, but they pushed that on Jake, to justify their nature, man. So let's go here. I'll jump down. So you go here to the book of First Maccabees. Okay, I'll read at 1. You read in 2. It says, and it happened after Alexander the son. Hold on, did I share it? Like it. Let me share it real quick. All right, so this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. It says, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians, all right, and Medes, and he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. Okay, so these devils first time having an empire. Okay, becoming a superpower under, all right, Alexander, which was an Amalekite. Okay, that's why Numbers it speaks of Amalek being the first of the nations. All right, because it was through Amalek, because you can trace Alexander, Philip the Macedonian, which we just went over the book of Esther. Haman, he was a Macedonian, okay, of the lineage of Agag, which was the king of Amalek. All right, so you can trace Alexander in the Bible, by the Bible back to Agag, okay, the Amalek king, the Amalekite king. All right, so it says, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth and went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, and so much that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up, proud. Okay, and you see Matt Walsh, he's in that proud. He like, look what we did. I'm proud of our conquest. Okay, what we done to you savages, man. It says, and he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule, every one, okay, in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth, man. Okay, and evils were multiplied in the earth under these devils' conquest, man. And you look at the earth now, evils are multiplied, man. Okay, because this same devil, Matt Walsh, he'll complain about which we're gonna do that too, man. We're gonna get into that what is a woman documentary, where he's going around complaining about the alphabet community, but it's your people that push that, man. Your elites established that. You're saying you're proud of Edomite conquest. Well, this is happening on your watch. Okay. children are able to, destroy themselves, and trans women and all this madness is under the watch, okay, of Edomite conquest, man. You can't detach Edomite conquest away from lewdness of the alphabet community, man. Okay, I say, Lord, we'll get into that separately, man. I gotta watch the documentary again. All right, it says, I want to get to yep. It says, verse 16 says, now when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, which means that his realm was at peace. So Antiochus' realm was at peace. So what did Antiochus do? He thought to reign over Egypt, that he might have the dominion of two realms. So this is the nature of Esau. Here it is. He's in his kingdom. He's chilling, and he wants to go to war, okay, with another Edomite, the Ptolemies, because you go into Daniel, the 11th chapter, it goes into those what they call Syrian wars between the Ptolemies, all right, and the Seleucid Empire. Okay, with the Seleucids, you'll get the line of Antiochus. Okay, but that whole Daniel's 11 is going into the infighting between two Edomite, okay, empires, man, the Ptolemies in Egypt and the Seleucids of Syria. Okay, so this is how these devils move, man. How they were trying to paint, the northern tribes, man. You devils been on that time, man, on a much larger scale. Okay, let's go from there. There was something else I was gonna look up. Let's see. Let's go to Civil Wars of Rome. Okay. Let's look this up real quick. All right. Because you go into Rome when these devils was in the peak of their power. What was they doing? Constantly at war with each other. Okay. A lot of the Caesars couldn't even trust their own family, man. That cutthroat, grimy spirit is an Edomite spirit. Okay. A lot of them Caesars couldn't trust their own families. They would have, Nero killed his mother. You see, they will have their brothers killed. You see, that's an Edomite spirit, man. All right, so you go here to the civil wars of Rome. Okay, it said the Roman Republic experienced several civil wars driven by political rivalries. Wait a minute, isn't Rome supposed to be the mother of civilization? Isn't Rome, supposed to be esteemed and how civilization should be ran? Well, why was there civil wars? Okay. And it says shifting military loyalties and systematic issues culminating in the rise of emperors and the end of the republic. Key conflicts include those led by Marius and Sulla, Caesar's civil war, the war between Anthony and Octavian, and the year of four emperors. Okay, so it is not primitive. Here it is. You have all this wealth. You have all this infrastructure built up. Okay, but you're at war with each other. Okay, and it'd be two men. All right, there'd be ego tripping. Now there's a civil war. Okay, in Rome. So Rome was riddled with civil war, and the reason why you have a fire department, okay, that goes back to Augustus Caesar. All right, because there were so many fires in Rome because of civil unrest. Okay, you shouldn't see, things. See, when our kingdom is set up, you're going to see you're not going to need a police force, a fire department, because it's going to be order. Okay, so this whole thing, even though a fire department goes back to all right, ancient Rome under Augustus, man. Because it was a culture of lewdness and rioting and partying, and fires would break out, man. Okay, to where they had to get a fire department. Okay, we didn't need a fire department during the time of King David and King Solomon, man. All right, because Jake kick it, but one of those fires getting set, man. That wild, all right, spirit, that wild party, crazy, that hangover spirit. That's an Edomite spirit, man. You devils are primitive. Okay, You see? So, because what the scripture say that the righteous, all right, is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduces him, man. You see? You know? Yep, just like brother said, Julius Caesar got killed by their own senators, man. Okay? They stabbed their boy up, just like the brother Zarya went into, man. He came home to the Senate, all right, and they stabbed their boy up, man. Edomites, man. Okay? Killed their own leader. You see? So let's go here, man. We keep going into these devil's history, man. Let's go here. So as the Greeks, all right, you niggas was always at war. As the Americans, I mean, as the Romans, you was at war with each other. Even when you was ruling in Europe, okay, you always had the French, the Spanish, okay, and the British at war with each other, man. Okay, now you go here, so you have, let's go here, American wars since 1776. It said the United States has been involved in many wars and minor conflicts since its birth, but the 12 major wars, all right, included the American Revolution, the War of 1812, the Indian Wars, the Mexican American Wars, the Civil War, the Spanish American War, World War One, World War Two, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Persian Gulf, okay, the War on Terrorism, okay. You go here, what does it say? It says the U.S. has been at war 222 years out of 239 years, man. Okay, but you say that you came and stopped. You know, you came and civilized some primitive tribes that was always warring with each other. Well, goddamn, you know, 93% of the time, America has been at war 93% of the time since 1776, man. Okay, so who the hell are you civilizing? Okay, who the hell is Esau civilizing, man? Okay, that's his nature to be constantly at war. All right, to constantly be covetous of his neighbor. All right, even this third world war, that's the devils. Okay, fighting over who gonna run this new system, this new digital system, man. They finna go to war about that. Okay, so you go here. I got another one pulled up. Okay, yeah, let's get this. Okay. Let's get another one. Let's pull this up. We just going through some things, man. All right, so you go here. So this is the list of the most deadly wars. All right. Now let's see what people is on here. All right. Let's see what people is on here. Okay. World War II. And these were Edomites. This is the most deadliest war on record. 70 to 85 million people were killed. Okay, you have the Allied powers and the Axis power. These are all Edomite governments at war with each other. Okay, so if they're so civilized, why is there world wars? Okay, if they civilized the earth, if they brought peace, you know, and structure to the earth, why are there world wars? Okay, you go here. The second one, they have the what they call the Mongol invasion, which that's, you know, Asia and who, Europe. Okay, then you have uh China, okay, West Asia, China, all right, Spanish conquest of Mexico. So you have the Spanish Empire going against who? The Aztecs, okay, which they came and invaded. The Aztecs were defending themselves, man. You had the Russian Civil War, okay. You had Chinese Civil War, all right. Uh, uh You had let's see, Europe. All right, 13 years war in Europe. Okay, Spanish conquest of the Inca Empire. So there's these devils. Okay, Esau, Edom, Iberian Peninsula, which is Spanish, and Portugal. Okay, when they made everyone, they forced people into Christianity. Read about the uh, Reconquista. Okay, there's a lot of history of these devils being the devil. The French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars. All right, Esau, Europe. Okay, let's go. So, wait a minute. So, where are the tribes? Why we don't see the Cherokee tribes on this list? Okay, or the Choctaw? Why we don't see the Seminoles on this list? Okay, why we don't see none of the what they call the indigenous tribes on these lists of deadliest wars, man? Okay, is you Edomites, okay, a lot of you Moabites, and you had Jake that will get down, during the uh the what you call, damn, I just seen the Crusades. A lot of it was Jake. Okay, yeah, Jake and Ned. Okay, and our people ain't innocent, but you far surpass when it comes to war, violence. All right, and being a damn demon, you far surpass everybody else, man. That's why Esau's at the top of the charts. World War II, the most deadliest war, man. Okay, right? And it's a lot of rabbit holes in history, we can get into. All right, but see, I'm trying to see what everything I had quite a few things pulled up. Oh yeah, let's get this real quick because as these devils coming over here, all right, they came under Christianity. Okay, and Christianity was just the Bible was just a decoy for Edomite supremacy. It has nothing to do with righteousness. It has nothing to do with the Most High. Okay, it was just a decoy tool used to forward. All right, Edomite supremacy throughout the earth. Now it says the Spanish requirement, okay, or El Requerimiento of 1513 was a document read aloud by Spanish conquistadors to indigenous peoples in the Americas, justifying Spanish rule and demanding submission to the Spanish crown and the Catholic Church, with the threat of enslavement or death for non-compliance. Okay? Now, what part of Christianity is this? What part of the Bible is this? When did the Lord say to the disciples to go do this? When the Apostle Paul was on his missionaries, was he doing this? Did Apostle Paul go and conquer the non-believers, okay, of Corinth? Okay? Did he go conquer the believers, okay, of Thessalonica? Okay? He was telling Jake, to be at peace with all men, if it be possible. If brother can put that Bible shot, I think that's Romans, if it be possible, be at peace with all men. Okay? So when Apostle Paul was on his missionaries, okay, was he coming through, all right, wreaking havoc on those that didn't believe in Yahushua? Okay? No, he was even saying, look, hey, let your conversation be seasoned amongst those that are without, the unbelievers, man. Okay? Apostle Paul was like, look, maybe your good conduct can convert them. Okay? That was the spirit that the Apostle Paul was in. Okay? But Esau, he like, nah, if you don't believe, okay, then we have every right to conquer you, okay, put you in slavery. All right. And you go here, it says the requiremento written by jurist Juan Lopez de Palacios Rubios aimed to legitimize Spanish colonization and subjugation of indigenous populations by claiming divine right and authority of the Pope of the Spanish monarchy. The document outlined the history of Christianity's superiority of the Pope and the obligation for indigenous people to submit to Spanish rule. Conquistadors were legally obligated to declare the contents of the requiremento, but often schemed through it and shouted it across the battlefield as cannons were being loaded. Okay? And listen, you have to understand, listen to this. So they're reading this while they're loading cannons. You see? And it says the requiremento, or the Spanish requirement, was often read in Latin to indigenous people who didn't understand the language, or delivered from shipboard to an empty beach, making it a self-justification tool for Spanish invaders rather than a genuine attempt to communication at communication or negotiation, man. So you're speaking Latin to people that don't understand Latin, or they will read it at an empty beach where no one was at, and then just pursue, all right, go to war. Okay? It says the Spanish requirement was used to justify the enslavement, death, and confiscation of land, resources, wives, and children of indigenous people who resisted Spanish rule. Okay? So does that sound like a civilized people? Does that sound like a peaceful people? Does that sound like the tenets of the Bible? Okay, let's get this, man. Okay, all right, let's get this. The brother GMS Tyler Dot Bun Yahweh 144K Romans 12 and 18. If it is possible, as much as lie within you, live peaceably with all men. Okay, so where was this applied to? Okay, what's the other one? Love working no ill towards his neighbor. I think that's in Romans 2. Okay, you see, and there's a major payback coming to you devils, man. You know, so here it is. They push Christianity, but what about this? This is in the Bible. If it be possible, as much as lie within you, live peaceably with all men. Did they do that? No, they came on a dangerous journey. They you know, they came over here with the intent to conquer, destroy, all right, and pillage, man, and terrorize the northern tribes, man. Okay, that was the play from the beginning. Okay, let's go here. Um, the brother got this. It's the brother Yaqub, Ezekiel 35 and 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity, all right, had an end. All right, these devils will never let up, man. Okay, they took it too far. We was giving it to their hand. Well, they took it too far. Isaiah 47 and 6. So brother can get that. Ezekiel 35 and 6. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Thou see if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Okay, so these devils are set up for failure, man. You see, the Lord from the flip this thing, man. The Lord gave them the ups on us, man. Okay, and why scripture say, "Gad, a troop shall overcome, but he shall overcome at the end." And we in that end. Okay, we in that end, man. Where the Lord is gonna, hey, he's going to rectify all wrongs that have been done. What's that in Numbers? Is that Numbers? Is it Numbers 35 and 33? By the blood of the Lamb must be cleansed by the blood of those that shed it. Okay, we can get that, and we get that uh what that is. We get Isaiah chapter 2, verses 1 through 4. You know, all right. This is Isaiah 46 and 7. It says, it's the brother Howard. It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, as thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Okay, so the devil showed absolutely no mercy, man. Okay, yeah, we was giving it to your hand for a punishment, but the devil took it too far, and he's proud. Not only did he take it too far, he's become extremely proud. Okay, so let's go here. Um, it's the brother Howard, the Numbers 35:3. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood it defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shedded it, man. Okay, which is who? You devils, man. Okay, all the blood that you shed, as the scriptures speak about, the whore being drunken with the blood of the saints. Okay, this devil, hey, he only went for blood, man. He just went on a straight tear on our people, man. Straight genocide, man. What's happening in Hamas ain't got nothing on the genocide that the devil came over here and did in the Western Hemisphere, man. Okay, even the genocide of the Middle Passage, dealing with the slave, the in transit. Okay, you see. So man, this devil has a lot to pay for, man. Okay, and we can end that with a Revelation 13, 9 and 10. There's so much more, we can get into. So we'll be revisiting, this little video has sparked a lot of topics, man. All right, this is Romans, all right, 13 and 10 from Brother Howard. It said, love working no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. Okay, so these devils had absolutely no love. Okay, when they came over here, it had nothing to do with love, man. They played this innocent role, talking about these white settlers with, get your ass out of there. Who told you come and settle? Okay, who the hell told you come across that big ass ocean and come and settle where somebody else was already at? Okay, and then try to justify yourself, man. Okay, but yeah, we get that with that Revelation 13, 9 and 10. All right, this is Jeremiah. All right, this is the brother beyond Yashala, Jeremiah 49 and 16. And it says, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make, all right, thyself, where we at? We must cut it off. Yep. So ultimately, Esau's pride, in his mind, he's way too far ahead to be taken down. That's the mind of this devil, man. All right, but let me go into here because I want to read down a few things. So like it. And so like it. But yeah. So yeah, let's get a few more. I'm gonna read down on a couple of things. Let's go here. Let's get this in Micah. All right, this is the book of Micah, chapter 2, and verse 1. Okay. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. It's in the power of the devil's hand, to execute evil in the earth. Okay. So they brag, they're boasting about their conquest, but look at the wickedness that exists within, all right, your rulership. Look at the norms that exist because of your rulership. Okay. Look at the dysfunction and confusion and deception and violence that's normalized under your rulership. Okay. It says, and they covet fields, which is lands, and they take them by violence. Okay. That's Esau nature to do that. And houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, against this family, every Edomite, okay, every descendant of Esau, Edom, the family of Esau, against this family do I devise an evil from which you will not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, for this time is evil. And see, what we're seeing is the devil being haughty, because see, Esau used to getting away with his wickedness, man, and justifying it some type of way. Okay, and because he, has been given the sword, okay, and because the Lord has given this man authority in the earth, okay, he's become proud. Okay, and he used to getting away with wickedness, man, making up laws as he go, making up loopholes, changing laws, not following laws, being a bully, So he's like a badass child that never had to deal with accountability or judgment. And not only, does he get away with it, but he's proud about it. Okay. We just seen that guy, Matt Walsh. That's him, being haughty in his wickedness, man. Okay. But he's not going to remove his neck from this ultimate judgment that's to come. Okay. Thus said the Lord. So let's get this in, what's that? Nahum. All right. This Nahum 1 and 2. And see, these devils think, that they just been able to progress in wickedness, that there's no stop, there's no end. Okay. Nahum 1 and 2 said, the Most High is jealous and the Lord revenges. The Lord revenges and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies, man. And these devils are reserved, man. That's why it's going to be so sweet. It's good that these devils are proud like this, man. It's good that they're boasting in their Edomite conquest, man, because their wrath is reserved. And they're running right into it, man. And Trump is the perfect guy to run these devils into the wrath of the Most High, man. All right, he's the puppet that's been put in the front to run these devils dead into their wrath. Okay, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Okay, and Esau thinks that the Lord, being slow to anger, is him, okay, being above judgment. Okay. And it says the Lord have his way in the whirlwind, the chariots, and the clouds are the dust of his feet, man, because that's going to be the ultimate judgment through those chariots, man. Okay. Let's get here. We got this in a while. Revelation 13. In 9, it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leads in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and faith. Here's the patience and faith of the saints, man. Okay, so that's going to come to pass, man. See, this is what these devils, and remember, this guy here is a Roman Catholic. Okay, what about the freakism that goes on with the Roman Catholic Church, man? Okay, these devils are hella hypocritical, and they're very selective of what they try to address and justify. Okay, but let's end this here, because this is what Yahweh Shai, all right, is bringing to the earth. Okay, it says the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, northern and southern kingdom, and it shall come to pass in the last days, and this is after Third World War. Okay, when this beast system is obliterated, Esau is put into captivity. Okay, it says that the mountains, Esau and all these nations, it said that the mountains of the Lord's house shall be established, and it's All right, the dynasty of David, under Yahweh Shai, in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it, and many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord, all right, from Jerusalem. And that's going to happen under our government, under Yahweh Shai. Okay, the earth is going to be converted to the righteousness of the scriptures. That's not happening on the Esau Edom. The earth is not being converted into the righteousness of the scriptures, man. Okay, it's the exact opposite, man. It's anti-Messiah. Okay, so when you go to verse 4, it says, And he shall judge among the nations, shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks, because it's going to go back to that agrarian culture, man. Okay, where agriculture is going to be the main economy, man. Okay, right now the main economy is war. Esau profit off of war. Okay, it says, Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And see, that's going to be the true, all right, civilization. That's going to be, all right, Yahweh Shai coming to civilize, all right, this beast. Okay, the influence of this beast that he's left in the earth, man, where these nations are continually at war or preparing for war. All right, because in this society under Esau Edom, either you're at war or you're preparing for a war. Okay, one of the two. Okay, so that's the point. Just wanted to get into that. Lord will. All right, you brothers. All right, and you sisters edified once again. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutation, hopefully, shalom.